So today we're going to be talking about step 2 in the lawn renovation process that I have going on. That's going to be watering the dead grass that I killed just a week ago. And yes, you heard me correctly, we're going to be watering that for a few specific reasons. So I had a few questions on why I was starting so early on my renovation, and really I'm not starting that early. And this is really the reason why, is because of what we're going to be doing in this process today. So of course you could just kill your lawn about a week ahead of when you wanted to seed, and that would probably work out okay for the most part. But if you're really going to try to get rid of all the existing grass, weeds, everything that was there in this spot, then you're going to want to start earlier like I did. So reason number one why I'm doing this is, if you remember correctly, some of my grass was dormant when I first sprayed it. So I'm wanting to water this now to make sure that anything that might be dormant and didn't get killed by the glyphosate, that it will turn back green, it'll kind of pop up again, come back to life, and then we'll have to do a second application. The other thing is that this gives us a little chance to figure out if we missed any spots, which is going to be pretty typical. Even with that blue dye, you're going to miss a few things here or there because everything kind of starts to blend together after a little while. Then secondly, this watering is going to bring up any of our weeds that are still existing there, and I'll show you here in a second. I have quite a few weeds still popping up. So the second application of the glyphosate is going to come in and kill that stuff. So if you started this really early, you could actually do this for a month, maybe longer. Continue to get all of your weeds to come up and spray those off. Really, the whole reason for that is just you're starting with a blank slate that's as good as possible. So if we were seeding into this now, then of course there could just be some of those weeds that are popping up that we're seeing that would be in our new grass, and you could take care of those after a little while with some spray and do different things. But of course, if we can get rid of it before we even start, better yet. So I'm sure that a question is going to be, how much do we want to water? Well, for the most part, I would just kind of stick to your normal watering schedule, although it doesn't need to be quite as heavy right now because we're not trying to keep the grass alive during this heat. So watering a little bit more lightly is not going to be a problem either, because light watering applications usually kind of generates more weeds. It's kind of what they actually like, is just a little bit of an environment like that where they get a little bit of water and then there's a lot of heat during the day. So I don't know if there's a specific amount I would tell you, but I'm just kind of hitting mine with probably 1/4 of an inch every couple days or so. And I'm doing that all in one watering, and it seems to be bringing up quite a few things that I missed from my first spray. So I won't come out here and show you absolutely everything, but you can see right here, this whole little round section right here, definitely missed that, probably with the spray, and or maybe it was really dormant and it didn't take up the spray at that point. There's one little section that I missed. And then let me get a little bit closer to some of these weeds. So that right there is some nutsedge that's still hanging on. It does have some brown tips on it, so I'm not sure if that will actually die eventually, but we're going to hit it again. Especially with nutsedge right here, this stuff is really resilient, so that's another one of the reasons why I wanted to try to start a little earlier and try to get rid of it if I can. Certainly right here is a spot that I pretty much majorly missed. That's right along one of the edges. You can see along this edge as well, didn't quite get all that stuff, and that's gonna happen on your first spray usually. So I'll be doing another spray here very soon, exact same process as the first video. So if you missed that video, you want to see exactly what I'm doing, go ahead and go back to that one. I'll link here at the end as well to check out how to spray this. But that's coming up really soon, and then we'll see how it looks after the second application. Hope this video was helpful for you, explained a little more of what I'm doing. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.